Fire Camp 1 to Dutch, over.
This is Dutch, over.
How's it looking out there, Dutch? Over.
Nothing worth looking at out here, boss. Over.
Thanks a lot.
Found an unburned patch down by the lake.
That's sweet.
What's the status of the grid? Over.
The sucker's out. Didn't even make it down to the lake. Over.
All right then, Dutch. You guys head back into camp ASAP. Over.
I guess we should head back to camp.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, Hotshot. How'd you miss that?
Must have been hiding.
Do I always have to clean up after you? Come take a look at this.
What is it?
I don't know.
That's the Firebase 1. I need a medic. I need someone to help me. Come in, come in.
That's not in the manual.
Yeah? Whatever works.
Command's moving to the King Road station. We need to haul our ass back to Site 1, try to catch a ride.
I hope the chow truck's still there. Grab a burger for the road. I am starving.
You think they had this tough a time in Sector 4?
I don't know. With the way the fire was jumping lines.
Yeah, no. Have you ever seen anything like that?
It's a weird one. I mean, there were heavy winds, but it's just been a weird day.
Not as weird as last Saturday at Smokies.
Who was that girl, anyway?
It wasn't her. It was that guy she was with.
Oh, come on, Dave. She was cute, but she was weird. Really weird.
Oh, look at that. See, there is a god.
If there really was a god, that'd be serving cold beer.
There'll be plenty of time for that Smokies later on. Watch her, boy. She's moody.
Yeah, aren't they all?
Come on.
Come on, where?
Just follow me.
We're gonna get arrested.
So?
So, have you been to jail?
Of course not.
No, well, trust me, you won't like it.
I want a fireman.
So do I, but not like this.
Gentlemen, Heather Allman, AccuNews at 11.
Yeah.
May I ask you a few questions for the viewers at home?
No.
You?
Sorry. Smoke inhalation, laryngitis. I can't speak.
Did you want me to roll in that? So, you're a fireman, huh?
Yeah.
Your backpack's on fire.
Yeah, right.
It is.
Oh, man.
Very nice. Very professional. You want me to help you put that out?
He's supposed to be fireproof.
Oh, my.
Hey, how did you guys get past the police line anyway?
I'm sorry, I didn't think it applied to the press.
Yeah, it does. That's why there's a barricade.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. That is not news. Ladies, let's take you over here where it is nice and safe. Go.
Stop.
What's going on?
Hey.
Is there a problem?
Nah, it's all right, ma'am. Everything's under control. I got it.
Hey, Dave, you want me to call a real fireman?
Hey, you missed all the fun. I just saw the
Oh, are you getting this?
Yes, I'm getting it.
I'm here with Chris Andrews from the National Fire Administration at the scene of the third and largest flare-up in as many days. Tell me, Chris, can you give us an update on this latest fire?
The fire is 80% contained, but we are looking forward to full containment over the next 12 to 24 hours if the weather continues to cooperate.
So is there still a threat to the community nearby?
We have evacuated the community 24 hours ago, and I am confident that people will be able to return to their homes by morning, but due to the nature of this fire, we are still considering it a fluid situation.
Speaking of fluid, with rain in the forecast, a little of the wet stuff can't hurt.
We'll be praying for all the rain that we can get.
Well, that was the worst one I've seen tonight.
Can I help you?
You must be Andrews?
And you must be my office, Mr.
Cook. Agent Cook.
Okay, I give up. What does this have to do with my department?
They didn't tell you? It makes this awkward.
What's awkward other than you being in my office?
I've been assigned from D.C. We're viewing this fire as a national security threat. Until the situation's under control, you'll be reporting to me with regards to this fire.
I think I'm gonna have to speak to my director.
You just did.
Look, I deal with fires, you deal with terrorism.
Among other things, yes. You can confirm my orders with Washington if you like.
I'll do that. In any event, the fire's almost out, so I think our association will be a short one.
Then you haven't heard. I just recorded this.
We're live at the Sunny Acres housing development, where there has been yet another tragic outbreak of fire. Authorities have yet to confirm that the source of this new outbreak is a
What the
lunch
hell
wagon
happened?
at the firefighters' base camp, which exploded mysteriously.
Our surveillance team filmed this in the aftermath of the explosion. You recognize him?
No. I'm not cleared for this level.
I've already put the paperwork in the pipeline. You'll be cleared. His name's Dutch Fallon, and let's just say he's no stranger to fire. Dutch Fallon's presence at this incident only confirms what I initially suspected.
Interesting. He's a career firefighter.
Was.
You think he's an arsonist?
Maybe you remember the Sand Hills fire back in '66? One of the victims was his girlfriend. They found him a half mile from where the fire restarted. Had no good explanation for how it began. He's also been at the scene of several other major fires. It's all in there.
Except for one thing.
What's that?
Not a single conviction.
The best ones know how to cover their tracks. The fact that he was a firefighter makes it even easier. Fallon's a whack job. Paranoid, black helicopter type. We've had him under surveillance for years. He shows up before the fire starts, then offers his services to help to fight it. 3 years ago, he dropped out of the system, as they say. Pays no taxes, has no bank accounts, lives essentially as a transient.
So what is it that you want me to do?
You read the news, Andrews. We get involved here, the media screams terrorism. NFA does it, the media profile stays more manageable. Interested?
These dramatic images are still coming in tonight from the Fairchild Forest fire. This fire, which was thought to be contained early this afternoon, has since spread east and tragically burned several homes in the Sunny Acres housing development near King Road Station. As reported earlier today, it's thought that the relatively contained fire reignited with the explosion of a lunch wagon servicing firefighters at what was a designated staging area. Investigators from the National Fire Agency have yet to confirm the cause.
I don't think we need to see that again, huh?
It's unlikely the vehicle was ignited by the forest fire due to...
Sometimes the fire wins, Jake.
It wasn't a fire.
Okay.
You're right, it wasn't a fire.
Excuse me?
Heat, fuel, and oxygen. Classic triangle. What a fire needs, what a fire is. But that's not what was out there today, was it? I saw it too.
So what?
How long you been a firefighter?
6 years.
40 for me. North Carolina, New York, Los Angeles County, Brazil, Kuwait. I've seen fire do things they never taught you at the academy. Hiding in water-soaked walls like it was just waiting for you to leave. Floating fireballs bouncing from one fuel source to the next. But it's just fire. Heat, fuel, and oxygen. Just fire. Except when it's not. When it's something else. When it's something different. Like today. Tell me what you saw.
The fire. It's like it reached out and grabbed Dave. It's like it wanted him. But that's
impossible.
Insane.
Absolutely insane. But then again, you saw what you saw.
I lost a good friend today because I didn't react fast enough.
Really? That's not what you just told me. You said the fire deliberately reached out and grabbed him.
Well, I guess I've had too much to drink. Thanks for the friendly advice.
Check out the reports in the morning. Go to the furthest place that the fire advanced to. See what you find. Rain, it can kill a fire. But it can't kill what you and I both saw out there today.
Yeah.
You found it. The rain would have drenched this fence last night. But the fire had to figure out some way to survive, had to find someplace dry. And it found it. Right up underneath this crossboard.
Survive? What are you saying, that fire's alive?
Not a fire as you know it. You remember what you told me last night.
Look, I wasn't in my right mind last night.
But what you saw yesterday wasn't right, was it? You know that. That's why you're out here today. Tell me I'm wrong. Stay with me on this. You're the fire. And you know that if you don't find someplace dry, you're not going to survive. So where do you go? Back to the house? Firefighters are there, laying down water. So the fire's thinking, if I can just make it to the fence.
Fire doesn't think, all right?
You're right. A normal fire doesn't. I know how it sounds. A fire that has a purpose, a fire that thinks, a fire that needs something. But I can prove it. The fire burned from the fence post to this culvert. And where does this empty out?
Why am I guessing you already know?
I'm not going to be able to convince you of anything that you don't want to believe. But you're a smart guy. You're going to see what I'm talking about soon enough. You just have to work it out for yourself. And when you do, you're gonna want to talk to somebody. That's how you can get a hold of me.
Looks like the sorcerer's found a new apprentice. Passing the torch, as it were.
Fallon's getting old. Probably figures he can't keep doing this on his own. Men like Fallon are a danger to the public, sir. Ought to be taken off the streets. Put away somewhere.
Timing, Kohler. It's all timing. We move too soon, we lose more than we gain.
So we just keep watching him?
For now.
Can I help you?
I'm a firefighter from the Fairchild Valley fire yesterday. Jake Rome.
Chris Andrews.
So what are you doing?
Well, we have a very unusual burn pattern here. I actually haven't seen anything like it.
Really?
Yeah, come take a look. How do you explain that? There's a small amount of mold residue that the fire seems to have followed along the ceiling. But you wouldn't think it'd be enough to burn.
No, you wouldn't.
And then there's a storm drain outlet over there. That's where the fire started.
Shall we? It really does look like the fire burned its way along the ceiling.
But the source was a storm drain outlet. Actually, it's right over there. We'll find out where that leads to.
Sunny Acres housing development.
How'd you know that?
I was there this morning. I saw something similar. You know, a fire does the strangest things.
Yeah. You know, there's something else I want you to have a look at. Do you recognize him?
Yeah, that's Dutch Fallon.
How long have you known him?
I met him last night for the first time at Smokies.
Have you seen him since?
Yeah, I saw him this morning over at Sunny Acres. I think he's like following me or something.
What did you talk about?
Fires mostly. The guy's got some pretty whacked out theories. It's like a fire net or something.
You could say that.
Oh, you know what? He gave me this.
Would you mind coming in and making a statement about your interaction with Mr. Fallon?
Sure.
This evening, my office at 5.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
Tonight.
Isn't it that firefighter from yesterday?
Yeah, he's the one who lost his partner. I wonder what he's doing here.
He was just talking to the NFA lady Andrews. You know, it's strange that a brush firefighter would be talking to a federal agent out here.
What are you thinking? Like, maybe they're dating.
He's up to something, I can smell it.
Yeah. This is another one of your wild ideas.
It's called investigative journalism.
Yeah.
You know, just do your job and roll camera. I've got an idea.
Okay.
How's my hair?
Rolling.
How's my hair?
Rolling.
This is Heather Allman reporting from Lancaster Road, where despite last night's heavy rainfalls, a fire erupted in this gully here behind me.
I don't know, sir. I don't know how to put it. It's just a feeling. He got evasive when I asked him about Fallon. I'm bringing him in today at 5.
Too soon. I want to develop some additional leads. I can't have you arresting my prime suspects.
I'm not talking about making an arrest. I just want him to come in and make a statement.
All right, but be discreet. We don't want to scare off the big fish by going after the small fry. When you've interviewed him, report back to me.
Understood, sir.
Excuse me, Agent Andrews, we spoke briefly yesterday. I'd like to get your comments on the ongoing investigation.
It's too early to comment.
Well, wouldn't you agree that this latest flare-up was suspicious in origin?
When I have more information, you two will be the first to know. Excuse me.
This is perfect.
It is?
Yes. She's obviously covering something up.
Okay, all right. I hate to ask, but what next?
We're gonna go down to that gully and find out what the NFA was so interested in. As soon as those firefighters leave, we're gonna do a little investigating on our own.
Heather, I really don't like this.
When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. Oh.
That's some karma. Is your ankle okay?
Forget my ankle. These are Italian. I spent a fortune on them. One of the firemen told me they spent a long time in here.
I hope that you don't think I'm gonna follow you in here, because...
Oh, man. You know, maybe I did sprain my ankle.
Heather? Are you okay? Oh my God. Heather!
I just got an update on that culvert fire that I was investigating earlier today. Well, they just discovered 2 bodies on the scene. I'm waiting for the details from the coroner. But no question it was fire-related.
So how do you plan to proceed?
I'm bringing in Fallon. Loss of property is one thing, but I've got 2 more dead bodies here.
I think it's premature, Andrews.
Premature? The victims were reporters, sir. This case is gonna get more than the usual attention. We need to be able to say that we're being proactive.
We have Fallon under surveillance. We also know that he's got at least one possible accomplice, maybe more. I don't want to make a move until I'm sure there aren't others. I can't have your arrest jeopardizing an ongoing operation.
I'm not gonna sit on my hands and wait for this lunatic to strike again. If Fallon is who you say he is, he needs to be brought in immediately.
All right, bring him in. But you use my men. Not negotiable. Mr. Kohler will put together a team for the takedown, and you'll accompany them.
Dutch. Over.
Don't you think this is a little excessive?
Nope. You don't know Fallon. Somebody has to stay with the vehicle. That's you. Cook's orders.
All right. Guess I'll be here then. Knitting.
Knitting sounds good. Let's move out. Freeze, Fallon. Don't move a muscle. Put the weapon on the deck. Nice and slow. Move in.
Didn't realize I was so damn dangerous. You flatter me, caller.
Don't mess with me, Fallon. The grenade, too.
It's armed. If I drop it, it'll go off.
Drop the grenade.
Caller, I know you think I'm a whack job, and hell, who knows, maybe I am, but I'm not suicidal. This really is armed, and if I drop it, it will go off. Just let me disarm it, and then I'll drop it.
So help me, Fallon. Do it.
That's wise, Kohler.
Cuff him.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fallon, you're under arrest.
State your name for the record, please.
Dutch Fallon. Where's Cook? My guess is he's on the other end of that. Hey, Cook. Long time no see. I've been through all this before.
Okay, this is how it works, Mr. Fallon. I ask the questions, you provide the answers.
Okay, shoot. I've got nothing to hide.
What is your occupation?
Well, if you've seen my file, you know
I'm a firefighter. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. When you said to come in and answer some questions, I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
Well, it's just routine, Lieutenant. I'm sorry it has to be done this way, but it's just part of the procedure.
Oh, come on, please. Don't play games with me. You're part of it, along with everybody else. You want to silence people like me who know all about them.
Them?
He thinks that fire's alive somehow.
Lieutenant Realm, how long have you known Mr. Fallon?
I told you. I met him a couple days ago. We talked at Smokey's for what?
I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, no more.
And that was when?
Night before last. I saw him at the fire, but the timing wasn't right.
Timing? To do what?
To talk to him. He
Just lost my best friend. I wasn't really in the mood to talk to anybody.
Well, you must have talked about something.
Fire, mostly. Like I said, he's got some pretty far-out ideas.
I study fire.
You take pictures and video. That's interesting. Arsonists like to do that.
So do reporters. Are they arsonists?
Funny you should mention it. 2 were found dead this afternoon. Burned in a fire. Did you start that one, or did you leave it to your new recruit?
A new recruit? For what, the Fire Nuts Club? What exactly are you getting at?
Heather Allman and her camerawoman were killed by a fire. Started on the site we investigated earlier.
Look, I don't know what he told you or what's going on here, but I am not a part of it, okay?
He's seen what I've seen, but he just doesn't understand it yet.
I'm a fireman. I put out fires, I don't start them, and I certainly don't kill people.
Your company 10-1 Consulting. What does the 10-1 stand for?
Leviticus chapter 10, verse 1.
What is the significance?
Why don't you ask your boss? He's familiar with that passage. And while you're at it, why don't you get him to tell you about Los Alamos?
Look, I thought I was just coming in to answer a few questions about a crazy guy I barely know. But now you're, like, accusing me of being in on it with him. Unless you're arresting me, we're done here.
Wait here, please.
Well, well. I was wondering when you would show your face.
Agent Andrews?
Yeah?
Coroner on line 3, can you pick up, please?
Yeah. Chris Andrews here.
I thought we had an agreement, Dutch.
I'm not the one who broke it.
There's a bigger agreement here, Dutch. We've broken our covenant with God. The broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly overthrown. and her high gates burned with fire. He's sending his angels to punish us, just as he did to Aaron's sons and so many others over the centuries.
That's not for you to decide, Cook.
Perhaps not. But other things do fall under my control. For example, the penalty for treason. At one time was death. The traitor was considered an enemy of the state, more dangerous even than the actual enemy.
Sometimes the enemy isn't who you think it is.
Take care, Fallon. I mean that.
Wait! What's going on? Why is he leaving?
I cut him loose.
What?
You heard me, Andrews.
Well, what about the charges?
No charges will be filed at this time.
Fallon resisted arrest. He fired at federal agents.
A hail and gas cartridge for extinguishing fires. Non-lethal, no lasting effects. Look, he and Realm will be followed. Full surveillance. And when the time comes to bring them both in, you'll be the field agent in charge. And I'll be back home in D.C.
What did he mean by Los Alamos?
The man's unstable. Very inventive, though.
Look, I think I could conduct this investigation more effectively if you would just let me
You'll know when I decide to let you know.
I spoke to the coroner. One of the victims was cut in half, seared in two by a high-intensity flame, and equally as strange as Heather Allman. Her body was burned, but only internally. And her skin, not a mark.
Keep me posted.
Control, this is car 131. I got a vehicle on fire. Man down, appears to be conscious. Request fire department and ambulance, over.
Hey, buddy. You okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just put out the fire.
You're sure?
Positive.
All right. Hey, are you okay? Shots fired, officer down. I'm traveling, about half a mile north on the 6th and 97 interchange. I need immediate assistance. I repeat, I need immediate assistance.
Cook here.
We have a situation. The creature is neutralized for now, but you'll need to get some sanitation assets down here on the double. We need a secure morgue.
Take it easy, Andrew. Understood. I'll dispatch the team.
It's been called alien fire.
As in space? Aliens?
As in Old Testament.
Now Aaron's sons, Nadov and Avihu, each took their fire pan and put fire in it, and laid incense on it, and offered the Lord alien fire which he had not commanded. A fire came forth from them, and before the Lord consumed them. Thus, they died before the Lord. Aaron's sons were consumed by fire from within. Their bodies looked untouched, but they were scorched inside. Fire was coming from their eyes. Throughout history, human beings have been confronted with strange, unexplained things, and they call them gods and demons and even angels. I believe that Aaron's sons weren't taking fire into the tent as an offering. One of these things came down to earth, starving. It was desperate to find fuel, food, and it entered their bodies and took them over.
These things, where do they come from?
They're thrown off by solar flares. Some just drift off into space. Others come to Earth. And there's another one. Right here, right now. And Jake, it's alive. It's intelligent. And the worst part? Our government knows all about it. The last one arrived 3 years ago. The government caught it, took it to Los Alamos.
But how do you know all this stuff?
Because I was there. I helped him catch it. But it didn't stay caught for long.
Warning, containment failure.
I warned you, Cook. I warned you. What are you doing? Come on, Cook. Open it up. People are dying in there.
It's suicide, Dutch.
Use the gun. It works.
You don't know that!
I know that. It works.
Be my guest.
Burning through the conduit wires.
I spent my entire life studying these things, figuring out a way to contain them, kill them. Cook was working with the NSA at the time, found out about my research and approached me. Said the government knew all about them, was trying to find a way to destroy them. But that was a lie. He wasn't trying to destroy them. He wanted to harness their power and use it as a weapon. And I didn't realize that until I'd spent over 5 years in Los Alamos studying it. But I got to know it. I got to know it real well.
There you are. Neither their silver nor their gold will be able to save them on the day of the Lord's wrath. In the fire of his jealousy, the whole world will be consumed, for he will make a sudden end of all those who live in the earth.
Now that we have the beast contained, I'll make transportation arrangements for Los Alamos.
I'm not going to Los Alamos. Neither are you.
So what you're describing can't be true. Nothing like that can stay a secret.
Well, that's the thing, Jake. For some people, it's not a secret. That's where it all started, where I first saw one of those things. We had one more year of school, then we were gonna get married.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, me too. It was years before I saw another one. Alabama, 1976. Nuclear reactor fire. Authorities covered it up, of course. A nuclear reactor fire. You know what they said caused it? A candle. But that's when I began to see a pattern, Jake. It was going after power stations and oil deposits.
So the creature seeks out fuel.
Yeah.
The pumping station's a strategic fuel reserve.
doing, Andrews?
I just wanted to get some papers for my desk.
Sure. Be my guest. I suppose my being here's been somewhat of an inconvenience.
Not at all.
I'm heading for Washington for a few days. You have my contact numbers? I'll be available.
You heard about Realm?
I heard there was an accident.
Yeah, it seems like somebody accidentally threw a grenade in his truck.
Relations between criminals often sour, ending in violence of one kind or another. Now, if you don't mind, I have a plane to catch.
Just one more thing, sir. The officer that was killed on the scene, his body was moved to an undisclosed location for national security reasons.
You know what's impressed me the most about you thus far, Andrews? Is that you seem to ask only the right questions. Don't start asking the wrong ones.
Well, if it isn't the lady with all the questions.
Where's Dutch?
See, there she goes again. I'll be right back. I've got a question for you. Who tried to kill me?
I don't know.
Really?
I have a good idea, but the implications are pretty frightening.
You know, I'll tell you what's frightening. The fact you guys are still looking for an arsonist when there's something out there the likes of which I've never seen before.
Oh, come on, Jake.
Look at all the evidence, huh? The odd burning patterns, the victims being burned on the inside but not the out. This is more than ordinary fire we're dealing with. This is a living creature, Chris. Dutch was right. I saw it with my own eyes.
Fire isn't alive, Jake. The pumping station. Oh my God.
What?
I've seen this exact map, this exact diagram on Cook's computer. Do you think it's possible that they could be working together?
There's no way that would happen, darling. I worked with a man before. I see you found your way here. Sounds like you got some issues with your boss.
Don't you think it's a little strange that you both have the same map of the pumping station?
Not really. It's a great fuel source for the creature. I know that, and he knows that.
Can we stop talking about creatures and fires that are alive? I'm trying to find a rational explanation here.
Good luck.
Cook just let you go without so much as a warning. Why?
Believe me, he's not finished with me yet. You said you saw that photo in Cook's office. Did you see anything else unusual? Talking about a big case, about this big by this big.
Yeah, he did. He took it with him to Washington.
Well, that's it. They've got the creature. And him and Kohler will probably take to Los Alamos right after. Sorry, it's done.
Well, done or not, Kohler isn't going anywhere. He's dead. Look, I need to understand, what is the significance of this pumping station to you? And I want the truth, because it isn't what you think it is.
I know what it is. It's the Regional Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melteth before the fire, so let the wicked perish at the presence of God.
Babylon. That's what he meant.
That's what who meant?
The broad walls of Babylon will be utterly overthrown and its high gate burned by fire, and the flames that engulf the city will go up forever and ever. He's not on a plane. He didn't go anywhere. He's after the reserve.
Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency.
Get on the phone, call whoever you know at domestic security.
And tell them what? One of their senior agents is gonna blow up a city? They're gonna lock us up, not him.
Look, he can be on his way to the pumping station right now.
And at his clearance level, he could just walk right in.
I don't know whether we're gonna be able to stop him in time.
Yeah, but would he actually go straight there? Cook's an arsonist, right? What do arsonists love to do more than anything else in the world?
Watch his fire burn.
Exactly. So he's gonna find some place with the best view. And I know just the spot. An abandoned glass factory. We used to run fire drills there, so I know it pretty well. It's got a feeder pipe that leads right to the pumping station. I'll try and find the shutoff valve. You guys go after Cook.
You got it.
Don't move, Cook! Hands in the air.
Do you really think you can stand in their way? The angels of the apocalypse are with us. The one that's here now is going to reach the oil reservoir. That's when the cleansing fire will begin. The world will be born anew.
Back away from the case. Now.
No one stands in the way of angels.
They're not angels, Cook.
Set your weapon down. Nice and slow.
Especially not sinners like you.
Dutch, are you all right?
Don't worry about me. Go after him.
Dutch.
Can you believe this? The bastard shot me.
Where's Chris?
She went after him.
Look, Dutch. You're gonna be okay, right? We're gonna get some help.
No. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Long time. I so wanted to be the one to send this thing to hell. But you're gonna have to do it for me.
Look, I don't know what you know about how to kill these things.
You're gonna have to learn real fast, aren't you? You can do it. I got faith in you. I got...
Dutch. Dutch.
Get out of here! Get down! Now do you believe me?
The Howland gun is on the catwalk.
I know a shortcut. Follow me.
I can help you! I know where a major fuel source is! I can take you there!
That thing's in the pipe, it can be in the pumping station in minutes.
We better warn them. We'll need this.
There you are! Hands in the air.
National Fire Agency, the station's at risk.
I come forward. Just you.
The fuel feeder pipe from the factory, where is it?
Excuse me. Number one, I'm talking to her. Number two, that's restricted information.
You need to take us there right now.
Ma'am, this is a U.S. military facility. You have no jurisdiction here.
The fire doesn't care about jurisdiction, Lieutenant. You're sitting on 10 million barrels of crude that's gonna blow up in 5 minutes.
I gotta bump this up to my captain.
When the fire hits the reservoir, they're gonna hear it in Alaska. Why don't you bump that up to your captain?
You telling me the fire's gonna spread from there to here through a pipe? What the hell kind of fire travel through a pipe? I think maybe you've been breathing in the wrong kind of smoke. The two need to turn around and go home. We got fire suppression capabilities sufficient to cope with any eventuality that could possibly... happen. Fire suppression team on the double!
What the hell happened? I don't know. It just freaking blew. What the hell? Holy. Shoot the tires!
Soldier, what happened to that fire truck? I wouldn't worry about the fire truck, sir. I'd worry about that. What the hell is that thing?
That thing is gonna burn down the whole complex to get to the reserve. I get them the hell out of here right now.
What am I supposed to do about that thing?
Let us worry about that. We're equipped to deal with it. You've got to put out that fire.
My men and I'll do our part. Code red! Code red! Good luck.
What the hell are we gonna do? That thing's just getting stronger and stronger.
I've got a fireproof suit. If I can get close enough to access the fuel, we blow the tank. The creature gets caught in a fireball. We detonate the second tank like blowing up an oil well.
The second detonation will cut off all contact with the first fireball on the ground.
Starve the son of a bitch.
This is crazy.
I know. I'll open the valve and lure the beast to the first tank.
What if it attacks?
Well, hopefully between the suit and the Halen shells, I'll be okay. Once I get this drain valve open, get ready to shoot the second tank. Look, whatever happens, don't miss.
Can you hear me, Jake?
Yes. I'm opening the valve.
Be careful, Jake.
It's seen you. Jake. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Did we get it?
I don't know.
I have a faint reading.
It's really faint, but nearby. I don't know where it's coming from. Where the hell is it?
The second valve's open. Shoot as soon as I'm clear.